Oh, well, hello there, you beautiful human, and welcome to Yoga Philosophy. I am Andrea Dawn, and I am coming to you from our just finished 2-day roof deck here in Guatemala, where my partner and I are building a yoga retreat center. So welcome. We are going to be looking at the koshas and doing a whole series on the koshas. The koshas are like sheaths or coverings, and it moves from the most dense part of ourselves to the most subtle part of ourselves. So the idea is that we have to experience the most dense part of ourselves and have awareness about it so that we can be gifted the key to unlock the next more subtle part of ourselves. And we will be looking today at that first most dense level, which is called Annamaya Kosha. It is our physical bodies, it is our organs, it is our limbs. It is that dense part of ourselves that is fueled by food and is related to the element of earth. And so we want to think about taking care of this layer so that we can then go beyond it. And when you think about caring for this layer, it's all about feeding yourself nutritious food, making sure you're not poisoning yourself with toxic alcohol or foods with all kinds of processing and additives. Those will only add more muck on top for us to have to make our way through to get to that ananda or bliss that we're seeking here in this physical reality. So I'm going to read to you today my interpretation of Annamaya Kosha. And hopefully this will be helpful in your understanding as well. The vast wisdom of yoga never ceases to amaze me and also overwhelm me. Our past few months have been a whirlwind of yamas and niyamas and kleshas, and now the koshas. The koshas, like the kleshas, can be considered veils, but rather than veils of ignorance, the koshas are more like veils of enlightenment. More commonly, the koshas are referred to as sheaths, or coverings, of which there are 5. The koshas are the understandings of ourself as dense physical beings, all the way down to the infinite, ethereal, spiritual being. The visual of an onion can be helpful. The most outer layer being our physical bodies, our bones, and our organs. Peel back a layer and you will find our energy and our breath. Peel back another layer to find our thinking mind and our emotions. Another layer to arrive at our wisdom, intellect, and intuition. And finally, one more layer to arrive at pure love and bliss, our nature. The first layer is called Annamaya Kosha. This is our physical body, our bones, our ligaments, and our organs, all of which are comprised and fueled by the food that we eat. This layer or sheath is associated with the element of earth, as we can really perceive the density of a rock or see the veins in a leaf. So often in our yoga practice, we're asked to go beyond this layer, to tune into our heart space and let go of our physicality. As an instructor, I am guilty as charged. While I'm teaching asana to the physical body, I very much talk about all that is beyond. Yet how can we expect ourselves to move beyond something that we haven't fully explored, nurtured, and accepted? Yes, we may be identified with our bodies, but how can we inhabit our bodies in a way that will illuminate our souls? Let us consider our bodies as the pearly gates, a glorious entryway to be brushed with loving touch, to be fueled with nutritious ingredients, to be attended to with kind words of affirmation, and to be strengthened with mindful movement. For it is only when we make the intentional effort to experience ourself with such love and understanding that we will find the keys to unlock Pranamaya Kosha, or the gateway to our energy or our inner chi. The awareness, attention, and devotion to each aspect of ourselves will lead us into the spiral staircase of our queendom or kingdom, to the all-encompassing oneness of love, bliss, and ananda, our true home or Om. And so I think the most important part of this is recognizing how much we need to love and adore ourselves to get to that next space. And when we talk about all these things like laws of attraction and our energy, but to even get to that place where we can access our energy or our inner chi, our prana, We have to take care of our physical bodies. We have to relieve ourselves of physical pain and dis-ease. And that means all of those things I talked about, whether it's loving touch, whether it's kind words, whether it's acceptance. I can't tell you the number of years I have gone through life despising myself. And so, of course, I can't get to that place of love and bliss when there's so much on top of that, when there's so much pain and hurt and heartache of just disliking this encasing. So we have to be able to experience ourselves as the temple, as the gift, so that we can then begin to work with the more subtle layers. And next week we'll move into Annamaya Kosha, where we start to look at our energy and our breath, and then how we can move and groove with that so that we can attract and be all that we desire. I hope that this was helpful. Please give it a like, please subscribe, please tell your friends. The more that we can share yoga, the more that we can be the change, the more ripple we get to create and affect in this world. It is always a blessing, privilege, and honor my heart sees and feels and smiles to yours. Namaste, yogis.